Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's show of International Outreach, hosted by Edvive in association with TPNL, the Professional Network and Limited, and Notre Dame International Understanding and Relations Club. For today's episode, we have with us Mr. Kavesh Nagpal from University of Adelaide, Australia. Um, so, first of all, we are gonna start with a promo from Edvive. So, hi, Mr. Kavish Nagpal. Are you hearing
Yes.
me?
Yep, I can hear you. Thank you so much for
So, how are
inviting
you
me
today?
to your session. I'm very well. Thank you so much for that.
Okay, so now we are going to proceed with the promo videos. First up, we're going to
Sure.
start with Advive. Shall we go with the promo, sir?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Go ahead.
All right. So Edvive is a virtual learning platform where we render free online learning, educational strategy development, and advocate for career growth, among many things. We are here to help you reach. We're here to help reach our audience, reach their full potential by edifying their footsteps. And now we are gonna proceed with the promo video. Requesting the technical team for the video.
Sure. Sure.
Well, that was the promo of Advive, and now we are gonna see the promo to the International Understanding and Relations Club. Notre Dame International Understanding and Relations Club is a prestigious club of Notre Dame College based in Dhaka, where we live in one motto: creating global citizens. Our international outreach segment is being held in association with Notre Dame International Understanding and Relations Club. So let's have a look at the promo
Sure.
of Notre Dame International Understanding and Relations Club. Requesting the technical team for the
Yep.
program.
Yep. Sure.
That was without any further ado, we would like to get away to get sir, the floor is yours. Are you hearing me, sir?
Yeah. Did you say something? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Or is most of my starting?
All right. Um, can you share my screen? Oh, perfect. Excellent. Um, well, thank you so much once again for for listening to us and joining us today, and giving me an opportunity to talk about the university I come from, which is based in Australia and South Australia. This is Kavesh Nagpal, working for the University of Adelaide as a recruitment manager for Bangladesh and India. And I have got the opportunity from Edvive and TPNL together to talk about what university offers to the Bangladeshi students and how student can take the benefit of studying in Australia and probably studying in South Australia, particularly where Adelaide is situated. Now, I'm sure that many of you would have heard about bigger destinations in Australia like Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane. They're all good cities, absolutely. But having said that, if you talk about Adelaide, it's another beautiful city that we have in Australia. Uh, it ranks among top 106 in the world as per the QS rankings, and it's the number one university of South Australia. Started in 1874. It's the third oldest university of Australia. So definitely, if you to talk about the history of the university, we have got immense history, and we've got thousands and thousands of alumnus network who have graduated and who have been placed as prime minister of Australia, who have been placed with organizations like NASA, Google, Microsoft, and everywhere around the world. We've got people who have studied with us and given a contribution to the community back in their home country or back in the world in some way or the other way. And that's the key motto of University of Adelaide, to give back to the community of not just South Australian or Australia, but to the world in the different challenges that we are facing currently, including the pandemic, including the COVID-19 situation. Um, I hope you guys are staying safe and keeping well in these situations. I understand that this is the time when we reflect, back, and we look into the situation, whether how things are going on in this world. It's so negative right now, but I think that that's the right time for us to understand what it needs to correct, what it really required to learn from the past mistakes that we did, and how we can grow together. And that's what I believe, that is the reason why we need education right now, and education is so important right now to make things better in the near future. Talking about the University of Adelaide, like I mentioned about the rankings, so it's one of the member of the group of eight universities of Australia. So Group of Eight is basically a consortium of eight universities which are highly ranked in their research and even uh, in their coursework as well. If you talk about the industrial partners, if you talk about the rankings across the world, if you talk about representation of Australian education to the world, eight universities are highly ranked and they've been considered as one of the best ones. And University of Adelaide is proud to be a part of the Group of Eight University because of its rich history, because of its alumni network, because of our programs that we offer. I would take you to the next slide over here that I have with me. If you can see it clearly, these are some of the rankings that we hold by 2020. If you talk about the Times Higher Education ranking, we ranks among 120 in the world. If you talk about the Shanghai rankings, which we call it as an ARWU rankings, we rank among top 137. And if you talk about QS, which I just mentioned, we rank among top 106 in the world. That means that if you talk about the rankings, we are pretty strong university, and it usually makes a huge difference. Uh, if at all you want to know about the area where we can, where our students usually study, we are pretty strong in the engineering and computer science, followed by businesses, management, arts, sciences. These are the areas which you can see on the screen where we excel. If you talk about mineral and mining engineering, we rank number one in Australia and number 20, top 20 in the world. So we are pretty strong in that area. And if you talk about programs like engineering into computer science and IT and mechanical, electronic, electrical. We've got all the areas that you probably would be looking for later on. And if you talk about the businesses, we've got programs into finance, marketing, and then we've got accounting, which is very popular among Bangladeshi students, as per my experience working with them. So yes, if you talk about the consortium of the areas, we are pretty good. We strong, pretty hold, and just before I begin with other areas where and how you can take benefit, I would really like to ask you if at all you can share the glimpse of our university. I would suggest that you have a look into it. You will be able to understand how beautiful the city is and how beautiful our campus is. So can I request Edvive to play the video if they can, please? Thank you. Facing some technical issues. I'm so sorry for that. We will get notified when it'll get fixed by the technical team at Edvive. Apologize for that. But anyway, if I continue with the university or if I continue with the Adelaide. Now, if we talk about Adelaide City, it's one of the beautiful cities of the world. We have been ranked among top most livable cities in the world, top 10 most livable cities in the world for the last consecutive years, 3-4 consecutive years. So, which makes a kind of a give priority that yes, the city just don't offer, or the universities just don't offer a good education. The university where it's based in the city also offers a great opportunity for you. If you talk about the security, it's super secure. If you talk about the opportunities, there are huge investments now coming to South Australia, particularly in Adelaide. So that's also going to make a huge difference to your career later on. If you talk about the living standards, it's very beautiful, and at the same time it's one of the most reasonable cities of Australia, if in comparison to some of the other cities which are very popular. In fact, they say that we are about 20 to 25% cheaper than the bigger cities of Australia, which is a great thing, because at the end of the day, we just don't want to earn the money; we want to save the money as well, and that also makes a huge difference. And that's one of the reasons why I particularly like our city, Adelaide, city of Adelaide. So yes, it's not just about the university; it's about the city also, where you're going to invest your time and money both. It should give you all the opportunities that you're looking for, and that's available in the city of Adelaide and at the University of Adelaide. We are the only university, we are the only group of 8 university which is situated in South Australia. which means that we are highly ranked, and students who graduate with us also gets good opportunities later on. In fact, there are so many courses that we offer, whether it's engineering, sciences, technology, even business, as a matter of fact, where we do offer students internship opportunities at the undergraduate level, if at all they are performing well. So we've got strong industrial partners that we work with, who keep giving students some of the other projects that they can work upon, some of the other quizzes, or some of the projects that they want to come up with some solutions with, and they give students, our students especially, the benefit of working on those projects, on those live projects, and that really makes a huge difference at the end of the day, because you're not just looking for a degree in next 2 to 3 years or 4 years of program, whether it's an undergraduate or postgraduate level. You're looking for a degree which can help you to understand also about how you can utilize the skills that you're earning in the real world, and that really makes a huge difference. And that's the reason why, like I said, that rankings just don't doesn't come like this. We really put a lot of hard work. In fact, if you talk about our faculties also, we keep giving them all the uh, all the benefits that is required. We are, in fact, they keep updating their knowledges as per the world standard. That means that the knowledge that you're going to get from the University of Adelaide will going to help you to make not just employable in Australia, but even it's going to help you to make you a global employable person, which makes a huge difference in the longer run. And if you talk about the city of Adelaide, I think one of the favorite things which I like is that it's a combination of a lively city, and at the same time, if you like, really, if you like nightlife, if you like, to enjoy the city area, or probably if you like to enjoy the festivals or the parties or the clubs, it's all there in the city. At the same time, we've got plenty of areas, plenty of parklands where you can have your own soothing time as well, your own time, because that's also required sometime. So it's a blend of both. In fact, they say that it's a sandwich city between the hills and the beaches, because if you're in the city center, or probably if you are in the university center, to the beach in about 25-30 minutes max. And even if you want to climb the hill, you can start in 25-30 minutes. You can reach there, you can start that. So in regards to the city, it's beautiful. And obviously, like I talk about the university as well, it's great. If we look into the other benefits that we provide to our students, especially to, if you talk about the undergraduate student, you can see that our entry requirements are different, obviously for all the programs, but it is not difficult to get into it as probably you would be thinking that you probably would be having in your home country, because definitely we want to value whatever that you have learned, not just academically, but how good you are. And that's the reason why we want to give equal chance to all the students, whether, and we don't really want to probably judge a student only on the basis of their previous academic scores. We want to take and give the opportunities to everyone, and that's the reason. But yes, definitely most of the programs that we require. So these are the entry requirement for the different country, but definitely from your country, we'll be requiring minimum of 4.9 and above. Maybe 5 is definitely preferred. If somebody have got 4.75, we can try to get them for business programs, but not for any other programs. Um, Yes, we look at the average of only the 3 or 4 subjects, the main subjects that that we offer, that you probably would have studied in your undergraduate. So that's a good thing. Probably in one or two subjects, if you haven't scored very well, you can still get considered. Um, we do have a requirement of ELP. If whenever you think of applying to University of Adelaide, you need to take one of the ELP tests, which could be IELTS, TOEFL, PT, whatever that you prefer. Or probably you can check with Edvive or TPNL. They can also help you with that. That what ELP test is all about and how you can take it, how you can prepare it. They can help you with that as well. Because you need to understand that why it's important, to for us as well, because of the fact that you are coming to a country where speaking is English is their main language, is the first language. So we just want to make sure that whosoever is coming to the country should not face any kind of difficulty to write or to read, or probably to listen this, the language that we speak. So that's the reason why we need ELP test scores, because we want you to understand, we want you to write your examination properly, we want you to understand properly. So if different programs have got different requirements, you can check with TPN, and once again, they will be able to help you with that which program can requires what scores. Um, and not just IELTS, we are okay with TOEFL and PTE as well. Whatever you're comfortable, like I mentioned, you can go ahead and do that. We do have an application fees of $110 if at all you want to apply. That's the fees. But if you come through one of our partner agents, then it's going to be easy for us to not to consider you for to give you some kind of scholarship in it. So yes, that's going to be a good thing. Talking about the scholarships, I understand that there are a lot of students who would be asking for whether we can take up scholarships or not, whether there are any scholarships or not available. Yes, scholarships are available, absolutely. We have a scholarship value of 15% and 30%. In fact, we do have a 50% scholarship as well. To know more about it, I'll talk about it later. But before we jump on to more about or talking about Adelaide City, or I'll show you a few more pictures about Adelaide, I really want to talk about the scholarship once more. So when you talk about the scholarships, fortunately or unfortunately, scholarships are only on the basis of your academic scores. So make sure you score well in your EH12, in your in your HSC, in your A levels, or whatever that's there, in your home country. So you can do that, score well, so that you'll be able to get the maximum scholarship wherever that's possible. In fact, we do offer scholarships at the research level as well. We do have research scholarships as well, and that could be up to 100%. But then you need to understand that to apply for the research and to get into the research is not easy. Like I said, usually what we look for is students who are coming with undergraduate and postgraduate, especially the honors degrees. They have worked on some thesis, they worked on some publications. Definitely, it's recommended. If you have it, it's great. And your academic scores, your research proposal, how it is different from most of the other people who have applied for that particular area of research, and why do you think that you'd be requiring scholarship? If any kind of work experience that you have, that's also one of the good things that that can add a positive in your profile. So yes, overall, if you're going to see that University of Adelaide do offer scholarships to all the deserving students, and we understand that coming to a foreign country, especially with where you don't have to pay in rupees or in takas, you are paying in dollars, wherein your money value obviously is not that much as probably in the dollars is. So we understand that, and that's the reason why we give these opportunities to the students. Now, if I talk more about the city of Adelaide, I don't know if you can see this clearly or not, but that's how this is a glimpse of the city of Adelaide. If you can see that, we are exactly in the city center. I don't know if you have seen this picture ever or not, but can you see this particular area? That's the stadium. That's one of the most popular stadiums of the world. That's a cricket stadium, particularly. We call it as the Adelaide Oval. Some of you might have heard about it. So we are just about 900 meters away from this particular stadium. So definitely, that's one of my favorite things whenever we talk about university, or whenever we talk about you. So if you can see this, this is the stadium, and if you can walk past through this pathway, and then we've got a river that flows just behind the campus. If we cross this river, we've got a bridge, of course. That's where you can see that this is where our campus is located. So that's the campus, and that's the stadium. And just behind the stadium, we've got a huge sports stadium as well, which is open for all, where you can train yourself, where you can do swimming, and lots of other things that you can take benefit as a community of Adelaide. It's open for all. But definitely as a university as well, if you can see this, our university it's very beautiful. Our architecture of the university campus, it's amazing. main campus that we are talking about, which is located in the city center, North Terrace. So it's a blend of the modern buildings along with the traditional buildings. We call it as a sandstone buildings. So it's a blend of both. So that's a good thing because you'll be able to to have a glimpse of how it used to be, how the architecture used to be 100 years back in in Australia. So yes, that's one of my favorite things. And if you talk about, just give me a second. Okay. If you can see this, once again, why choose University of Adelaide? Like I mentioned, if you talk about a ranking, if you talk about ranking, so what's 5 star plus or QS ranking is all about? It's majorly about how good we are in our research. So one is about the ranking, one is about ranking with the 5 star and the 5 star plus, like you also have in HSC. We also get it from the QS ranking from our performance. So yes, we are one of the best ones in the world, and we definitely have the high standards that we are having in the research area. Like I mentioned, we are the member of group of 8 universities, which are the most prestigious universities of Australia, which definitely matters at the end of the day, because when you take your resume for the jobs, so definitely, at least your resume gets shortlisted very quickly because you're coming from one of the prestigious universities of Australia. So this does make a huge difference, along with the kind of education and the methodology that we use to teach our students is definitely one of extraordinary, and as for the global standards, like I mentioned. If we talk about our Nobel laureates, so 5 of our alumnus have got the Nobel prizes, who have studied with us, who have done research later on. And if you talk about the 110 rods, I don't know if many students are aware about what rods are all about. So when you talk about the Rhodes scholarships, it's majorly the scholarship every year that Oxford University from UK organize it for the international students at the research level. And there are about 110 Rhodes scholars that has been graduated from us and are doing research at that particular prestigious university of the world. So we make, like I mentioned, that we make our students that employable person, so that they can not just get the employment anywhere in the world, they will be able to get the equal opportunities to do research, to study further, whatever they want to do. They get the kind of benchmark, they reach to that benchmark from where they can go anywhere in their particular sector that they are studying with. So that's another good thing. Like I mentioned about the area of study, we've got health and medical sciences, we've got business law and economics, we've got education, humanities, you name it, we have it. I think that most of the programs, especially at the undergraduate level, we've got it. Even at the postgraduate level, we've got most of the programs which are popular from the country that you're coming from, because we've got a lot of queries that's coming from Bangladesh for cybersecurity, for computer science, for telecommunication, for networking, for business, for accounting, for marketing, for business. So definitely, we offer all those programs that you probably are looking for to study further up after the current, maybe degree, maybe your schooling that you're doing. So yes, it's going to be great if you can talk to Edvive or probably people from TPNL to guide you through the process, how you can do it, and how you can apply to this prestigious University of Adelaide in Adelaide. Uh, Now, like I mentioned, Adelaide, the perfect city for students. Why is that? Because first, you get to spend less. The cost of living is lesser in Adelaide if in comparison to some of the other cities, like I mentioned in Australia. So that means, and because you will be studying as a student life, and we understand that you probably won't be able to work full time. However, you are allowed to do part time. As a part time job employee, you can work while studying, and yes, it's possible, and you can earn enough to take care of your living expenses. So, which means that whenever usually students takes about 2 to 3 months, or 3 to 4 months averagely, depends upon how good you are in your other extracurricular activities, how extrovert you are, how open you are to work in other industries. So it depends upon that. You can get a part-time job once you land in about 3 to 4 months averagely. Most of the student gets it. So yes, so once you get a part-time job, then it becomes much more easier to take out all your living expenses. You don't have to ask the support from your parents or from your grandparents, whosoever is sponsoring you. So that's a good thing. So that's one of the good things. And second, the cost of living is less, which means that you are spending less on your accommodation, you're spending less on the transport. In fact, if you talk about the transportation within the city, it's free for the students. We've got trams, we've got metros, we've got buses, and the bus network and tram services are great. Um, and so we have got metros as well to take you to the suburbs of Adelaide. If at all if you want or if you wish to study or stay, or not just study but stay in that particular area, you can do that. And yes, I'm sorry, there was a technical glitch again. Yes, and yes, that's one thing. Second thing is that if you're in the city center, you you can reach anywhere in the city in about 20 to 25 minutes. That's why they say it's a 25-minute city. It has got its own benefits because you are saving at least 45 minutes to an hour and a half every day, if at all you are studying at the Adelaide and not any other bigger cities, not just in Australia, but even if you talk about any other countries as well, because most of the accommodation that you would be taking, which will going to help you to save money, will be in a proximity of 4 to 5 kilometers or 7 kilometers, from the city center, which obviously going to help you, to save some money as well. So if you are taking about, let's say, half an hour, 40 minutes every day one way, then it becomes very difficult for you to give your time or give time to the respective areas where you want to, where you really want to concentrate on, whether it's studies or your part-time jobs. So that's the second thing, that getting around in the city or around or in the city, it becomes much more easy. We've got huge, beautiful parklands around. That also gives you a kind of a benefit of pursuing your hobbies, your extracurricular activities that you're looking for, that you want to study or you want to work upon, or you want to play, you want to participate into theater, you want to get into arts, music. It's all available around the campus, and inside the campus also we've got more than 80 clubs that we organize and we offer to our students. You can be a part of it, and you can continue your extracurricular activities. So all this thing takes time. You need to understand that right now you are in your comfort zone, wherein you don't have to really take care of other things at home. You are just either studying, or you probably would be working on something, or maybe you're going out with your friends just to chill. But if you talk about, when you go outside your home country, when you go especially outside your comfort zone, there are a lot of other things that you have to take care of. Your home course, you take care of the bills timely. You have to pay them, taking care of all the extra other things, taking care of your health, because you would be most likely alone when you'll be coming to Adelaide, and that means that you will be doing you'll not just be studying over there. You'll be working also on a part-time job. You'll be working on your assignments and project work. So all these things takes a lot of time. That's one of the other reasons that why Adelaide city can give you a lot of time with you, and there's a huge importance of time over there, especially when you don't have anyone around you. When I say anyone, means when you don't have family around you to take care of other things at home, you need to do it by yourself. That's where you need more time, and Adelaide is going to help you to get you that time that you are looking for to balance out everything, your life and your work and your study, everything. So that's another thing which I really like about it. Yes, and like I said, all these factors that I've just told you makes it a truly livable city. I don't think so that anything else that probably would be looking for it whenever we. So anyone who is looking for a healthy, uh, a peaceful, and a good lifestyle, not just the money, but other things also, a balance in the life, I think that they can get everything if they choose to study and to live in Adelaide. Now, the before I go on to the Australians' most affordable city and cultural diversity, absolutely, it's all there for sure. We've got people from around the world who are living there for many years now, and so our students. Our students come from many countries around the world. So you will be here having a good diversity, and you'll be able to get an international exposure. That's for sure. The other major benefit if you come to Adelaide is that Adelaide can help you to get you a post-study work right. If you're coming for a 2 years or more years or full-time, study period, if you are studying in Adelaide and for 2 years or more, you get post-study work rights. That means you get to stay for longer on a temporary work visa for at least 2 to 3 years. Depends upon where you are afterwards. So yes, up to 3 years of post-study work rights you can get if you as per the current norms by Australian government. So that's another good part. That means that you're not just studying; you are getting an opportunity in your visa, which can help you to apply for the temporary work visa, which is definitely going to help you to get you some work experience before you want to come back to your home country. Because when you come with a degree and your work experience, it they both combined makes a huge difference when you come back and when you probably want to continue your career in the same industry where you were getting your work experience or you were working in Adelaide or in Australia. So definitely, I think up to 3 years of work experience, or up to 3 years of work experience, if you get it, that's going to be great in your resume because it's going to be an international work experience. And when you come back to your home country, it becomes much more valuable. So that's another good thing that you get if you come to if you come to Adelaide and if you study at the University of Adelaide. Um, like I mentioned, these are some of the quick facts, quick stats about the city. This is one of the beautiful beaches that we've got. It be called as Glenelg Beach. You can see that, and it's just about 25 minutes away from the city. Like I mentioned, we are you can stay in because we are in the city center. You can enjoy all the festivals that we organize or Adelaide City organize. We've got cafes, we've got bars, we've got business houses, we've got financial hubs, we've got IT hub. Everything is very nearby, to the campus. So that means that you can get your part-time jobs also in walking distance from the campus. Like I mentioned earlier, easy to go around. It's a festival fever. It's a festival city. Sorry, it says festival fever because the students or the people of Adelaide get into the fever of festival because we organize more than 300 festivals in a year, and that really makes a huge difference because we try to, like I mentioned, in the beginning, that it's a balance of a hustle bustle city along with a peaceful city. So that gives you both the angles. Whatever that you want to pick, you can pick, and you can enjoy that time with yourself or with your friends, which you're going to make while you in your journey when you'll be studying or you'll be working in Australia. So yeah, yes, we do have flights coming from around the world, so you don't have to really worry about it whether there are flights or not. Definitely, there are many flights available. I'm sure there will be a connectivity from Bangladesh to via Thailand, via even by if you want to go back to Middle East and you want to come back, that's also there because we do have flights from Qatar, from Etihad that comes to Adelaide directly from Doha or from Dubai. So you can definitely take that. And if you talk about the climate as well, if you can see here, so the climate is also very nice. It's not really chilly like other Western countries in the world. It's not really really hot as well. Most of the times it's pleasant. It's nice. Average temperature can be anywhere between 18 degrees to 25 degrees. It can go down in winters because right now it's winter over there. Like probably in your home country it's going to be summer, but we have winters. So winters the temperature doesn't go to minus 10, minus 20. No, it's even if it has to go down, it's not going to go beyond minus 3, minus 4. Maybe that will be for a few days. But otherwise, if you see the temperature is anywhere between during the day definitely it's anywhere between 10 degrees to 15 degrees, and in the night it's going to be just about 6 to 7 degrees for a few months. So it's not it's so most of the time of the year, Adelaide can help you to get a good climate that you can enjoy. And definitely, we've got loads of things to shop over there. So we've got shopping around the campus. Like I was mentioning about the cost of living, that's what study related costs that we have. You can talk to TPNL. They can guide you that how you can take the advantage of studying and working with in Adelaide. So my suggestion for you would be that after when I'll complete this in about next 2 minutes. I'm not going to take too much of time because I think it's a lot of information that I already have given you. And if you want to know more, you can talk to TPN and they can help you with that. But before I leave, we have got a video which I was trying to play before. I'll request Edvive people to play that video, and afterwards we're going to take some questions. If you have any questions, you can please comment on the live comments chat box, and I'll be happy to talk to you about it more on any of the questions that you have. So yes, Edvive, can you please play the video of the university before we jump?
Located in the heart of one of the world's most livable cities and ranked in the top 1% of universities worldwide, the University of Adelaide offers the rare combination of elite academic performance and an enviable lifestyle. Home to 25,000 students and 3,600 staff from around the globe, our city campus has an unrivalled location, with green open parklands and botanical gardens on one side and a central business district on the other. Established in 1874, we are Australia's third oldest university. Whilst our history is rich with accomplishment, our focus today remains firmly on making history rather than resting on it. University of Adelaide graduates are highly regarded for their global perspective. Our student body is made up of 30% international students, and 1 in 3 of all students at the university will study overseas as part of their degree. We educate students across 5 faculties: engineering, computer and mathematical sciences, health and medical sciences, the arts, sciences and professions, which encompasses the fields of law, business and architecture. Our 1,700 research academics and 2,300 research students work to find innovative solutions to world problems and industry challenges. Our key areas of research focus are in the fields of agriculture, food and wine, defence and security, medtech and health, environment and sustainability, mining and energy, and society and the economy. 35 of our research fields have been rated 5 out of 5 by Excellence in Research Australia. And the university is ranked number 1 in Australia for our volume of university industry research agreements. We are the University of Adelaide.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much for sharing that video with us. So can we take the Q&A from the students who are participating right now? Okay, perfect. We've got the first question which says, do we need SAT scores for scholarship or not? The part is that we don't need SAT scores at all. For most of the programs, we don't need SAT scores. So we just need IELTS and your academic scores and any of the work experience that you have. We need the evidence for that. And you can apply for your relevant program that you want to study later on with us at the University of Adelaide. Well, thank you so much for asking that question. I'm sure that's going to help a lot of other students as well. We've got second question from Mohammed Abdullah, who says, is there any change in the admission procedure due to COVID-19 pandemic? Well, I'm glad that you've asked for this question because, yes, we understand that there's a huge loss and the crisis that's happening around the world because of the COVID-19 pandemic situation. And we understand that these are the difficult times. In regards to the admission procedure or in regards to the admission requirements remains the same. Admission procedure also remains the same, to be honest. Yes, the other benefit that we are giving to the students is that if at all students who want to study online in our July intake or probably in our September intake, July, anyway, we are sitting in July, so I don't think so you'll be able to apply. But we do have a September intake. And if at all you want to apply for the September intake, then we do have some of the extra scholarship for the students till the time they are studying online. For the students who are unable to get any scholarship, for them we have got a scholarship of 20% for all the subjects that they are studying online. They will be getting 20% irrespective of wherever the scores that they have. They just need to get an offer from the university. If they haven't got any scholarship, they will be able to get 20%, but that's going to be only until you are you are studying online. We understand it's not it's fair or it's not fair. I don't know about it, but at least something is always there than nothing. Then definitely that's one of the good things that we have, that you can apply. You can apply for your offer letter, and if you get the offer letter, and if at all you are not eligible for the scholarship of 30%, which we offer, you at least will be able to get 20% of the scholarship for the online studies if you want to study online. But if you don't want to study online, then you need to wait, and then you won't be able to get any other scholarship. That's one benefit that we are giving to the international student as of now. Uh, but yes, if you talk about the students, international students who are already there in Adelaide and who got stuck up from last few months, for them definitely we have supported them a lot in regards to giving them some financial support, giving them some support in their food and lodgement, whatever the kind of situation that they were into. They just need to have the evidence, and we have supported them. That's all. So yes, we understand that that every student or every person around the world is affecting by this thing. But then, like I mentioned, that don't take this COVID-19 situation to let you down. Don't let it affect your dreams. It's all right. I think it's just the pause that you had, just to reflect where and what you were doing and what you want to study later on and what you want to work later on. So it's a kind of a good thing as well, that you got a time for your understanding that how you can take the benefit of this break, of this pause of few months, so that you can continue your work whenever you're going to start your work or your studies. You can just do it full fledged. So that's a good thing. So take it in a positive way and do that. The third question that we have from the same Mohammed Abdullah is that medical science, whether is there any benefit of studying medical science at a university? Yes, Saad. I'm sorry. Yes, Mohammed Abdullah. We do have. I mean, there is a benefit if you study medical with us, because we just don't offer MBBS. We do offer that definitely, but that apart from that, we do offer other programs in the medical sciences which can help you to diversify your area into other areas of the health science industry, which could be later on into public health, health administration, into nursing, or maybe you can make your career into biotechnology, pharmaceuticals. So these are the areas that you can make your career later on if you study medical science or health sciences program with us. So that's the benefit that you get. And yes, if you talk about the ranking of our health and medical science school, it is one of the best ones in Australia. So don't worry about it. That benefit you are going to get it. Yes, like I mentioned, to the next question. What are the requirement for SAT and IELTS score? So we don't really need SAT scores, like I mentioned, as of now. We probably would be taking it for couple of courses in the later run, that probably by next year. But right now, we don't have any such requirement for most of our courses, rather 99% of our courses. So don't worry about it. Just take the IELTS test. Take the IELTS home edition or TOEFL home edition or whatever that's available, and that you can take it comfortably. Take that test, apply for the program through TPNL. They can help you with your application, and then they will be able to guide you that how you can proceed with the accepting your offer letter once you get the offer letter. Hopefully you get it. Campus work facilities. Yes. To be honest, yes, we do offer work facilities at the campus. I mean, a lot of students who are studying with us, they get opportunities on a casual basis or even a part-time basis. They get the jobs, but it's not really easy to get it. So my suggestion is that you can work anywhere, because that's a good thing that you are allowed to work anywhere. So I suggest that at least the first couple of semesters work outside the campus. Make network at the campus. There are some voluntary work available at the campus. So take some experience, even as a volunteer work, do that, make good network, and then slowly and gradually try to apply for the jobs where you think that you would like to work later on. There are some assistant job available with the professors. You can apply for those jobs, but only when you're gonna showcase your abilities and capabilities to the professors. Because without showing your skills over there, they won't be able to judge that who is good for what work. So yes, we do have campus work. I mean, we do have work facilities available for the students as well. But make sure that you perform well while you're there in Australia, while you're there at the University of Adelaide. and slowly and gradually make network, meet the right people. That's very important, and that will going to help you to get you the right work that you're looking for, not just on the campus, but even outside the campus as well. We've got another question from Joy, who says, "How can I get full free scholarship?" Uh, Joy, the thing is, we do offer scholarship. We do have up to 100% scholarship for the research students, not for the coursework students. So if you're looking for a postgraduate or an undergraduate, we don't offer 100% scholarship as of now. Because there's a huge investment that any which way university also does into academic or into the admin work, or even to us, as a matter of fact, we need our salaries as well, right? So yes, that was jokes apart. Yes, we do offer scholarships. If you're looking for a research program, we can probably give you 100% scholarship if you are eligible for one. But chances of 100% scholarships are lesser. But chance of getting 30% or 50% are a bit more better if, as per your academic history. You can apply. You can check with TPNL. They will be happy to help you with how and what kind of opportunities that you can get while you are applying for the University of Adelaide. Okay, what are the opportunities? The next question, the last question probably for today that we have is, what are the opportunities to study in psychology and literature at our university? That's a great question, Abdullah. We do have scholarships available in our Bachelor of Arts and Master of Arts program. If you want to study both psychology and literature, you can go for our program called Bachelor of Arts, under which we can offer you subjects, or probably you can take a major into psychology as well as the English or literature as well. And to apply for those program, or probably a Bachelor of Arts program, you can talk to your to TPNL, and they will be able to help you with that. How you can apply and how you can get the offer letter from the university, because they are the ones who are one of our preferred partners, and definitely in Bangladesh they are one of the agency partners that we work with, and they can help you and guide you that what all documents that's required for you to apply for the University of Adelaide. Well, thank you so much once again for joining us here, and for all the questions that you have asked, for patiently listening to me. I know that it's already been more than 54 minutes, 55 minutes that you have been there. Thank you once again for that. Anything that you want me to do, advice?
So thank you for having us. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
So thank you for joining us. Yep.
No problems at all. Thank you so much. It was my pleasure.
I'm sure a lot of I'm sure a lot of people who have joined us today have got a lot of help from this session.
Yes.
So yeah, thank you again for joining to this session.
Yeah, no problems at all. Thank you so much. Good night. Thanks.
Yes, and good night to you.